Hey everyone. So last week my husband and I made a video where we were teaching you guys some words and phrases to say in French because he's a native French speaker. Um, and then we're going to do a couple more of those because we actually had a lot of fun doing that. But I was trying to think of other videos that I could make. And I don't know how many of y'all know this, but originally I am from North Carolina, which is part of the South. And I was on the phone with my granny and was really listening to some of the things that she says, some of the sayings and phrases that she uses. And I had the thought, maybe it would be fun actually for me to get to share with you guys some of my favorite Southern sayings and expressions. It's one of my favorite things just about language in general is how much variation there is depending on, you know, what country a language is spoken in, or even within a country, what region. Um, and there are a lot of very funny and interesting sayings and expressions that we use in the South. So here goes. I'm going to share some of my favorites with you all. So the first one, which is one that I use fairly often, is as all get out. And as all get out is a qualifying phrase kind of that just means very or a lot or really. It just is sort of trying to like emphasize amount. So, you might say something like, oh, I'm hungry as all get out, which just means like I'm really hungry. Or, I don't know, you see somebody might say, oh, well, they're just pretty as all get out, which just means like really pretty. So another thing that we might say is fixin' to, which is fixing to. Oftentimes in the South, kind of that last G gets dropped, so we would pronounce it fixin' to. And that just means about to or getting ready to. So, if it's time to go to bed, you might say, oh, I'm fixing to go brush my teeth so that I can go to bed. So that's fixin' to. So the last one that I'm going to share with you guys today is actually one of my favorites. It's a pretty old-fashioned saying. It's really not used anymore, but it's something that I've heard my grandparents say. And it's all feathered up and nigh to molten. So let me break that down a little bit. All feathered up and nigh to molting. And it is a way of sort of calling somebody cranky or irritable. And it comes from when hens or when chickens are about to molt, like are about to shed their feathers to grow new feathers, they kind of have to like puff their feathers up, and it's apparently kind of an uncomfortable thing because they get really cranky. So to say somebody's all feathered up and not a molten just means that they are cranky or irritable. And yeah, it's always been one of my favorites. I don't use it very often because people don't know what I'm talking about. But it's been a way, one of those phrases that just kind of makes me feel connected to my grandparents and to my family and kind of to our roots there. Thank you guys so much for letting me share some of this with you all today. One of my favorite parts of working at St. Mary's has always been how culturally diverse we are. So many people from many different places, so many different languages spoken. I think that is one of the most wonderful and powerful things that we have going for us. And yeah, I'm just really happy that I had this chance to share part of my culture and my family with you guys. So thank you.